Hey everybody, I am back in Vermont. I'm not here for long. Tomorrow is an intense day of comic strip creation. It's going to double as some art for our booth at the Earth X event this coming weekend, except the weekend comes really early. I'm flying out on Wednesday. So, wow. After a full day of driving like this, I always think the same thing. Bring on the autonomous vehicles. I'm so ready. Oh, but I don't know. Oh yes. But here's a technology thing, and really a G Mafia thing that I noticed on the way down and on the way back. This has never happened before, but on this most recent trip, as I was driving south, and I've got my earbuds in, you know, Bluetooth to my phone, Google Maps is directing me. And on this trip, it warned me about speed traps. And the first time it gave me such a warning, I could see the cop car up ahead on a long straightaway. The next time I got that warning, it was dark and I couldn't really see what was, coming up. But the people around me were driving faster than I was, so I didn't really change my behavior in that instance. But later on, coming back, today in fact, I got a speed trap warning, and it was daytime, but I couldn't see the cop. And I slowed down. So if I hadn't seen the cop car the first time I got that warning, I might suspect that Google was in collusion with, law enforcement, just basically giving people false warnings about speed traps to get them to slow down. But as it is, it really seems like Google is taking their users' side against law enforcement, who would pick your pocket. At the same time, people drive like assholes. I get that every time. Every time I get out on the road, that's another thing that just makes me say, bring on the autonomous vehicles, because people are not, their behavior, it's just, it's hierarchical behavior, it's competitive behavior. People are not trying to help traffic flow smoothly. I let people in when I see that they don't have any choice. They're in front of me. They could have gotten into the line. They could have formed up behind me, but they didn't. They moved ahead. But, if it's going to help traffic flow, I'll spare 5 seconds and let somebody in. What's it cost me, really? Yeah, I'm tired. There's one other thing. Oh, yes. I spent most of the drive. As I started off, I was listening to Yuval Noah Harari's book, 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, but I only got about 4 hours sleep last night for no good reason, really. Just got up in the middle of the night to go pee, went back to bed, and couldn't go back to sleep. But listening to that nonfiction book, which is great, but, kind of demanding on the attention, I was nodding off, and I actually stopped at a rest stop on the Jersey Turnpike and got a little shut-eye, just, in the driver's seat of my truck, like 20 minutes or so. And then before I left that parking lot, I went to Audible and I downloaded another Iain M. Banks culture novel. Those things are great for long drives. The only problem is now that I'm home, I have things to do. I want to just keep listening to it. But I'll save it because I'm heading right back out again the day after tomorrow. So I will save it. I'm going to cut it off there. There's no overarching theme here other than I've been traveling. This is what I think about while I travel. This is what I do to pass the hours as I'm staring at the road. And I hate driving in the rain, and it just seems like me getting behind the wheel and getting on the interstate brings on the rain. It rained all day. It didn't rain all day. It didn't rain until after I started listening to the Iain M. Banks novel, but seemingly as soon as I got back on the Jersey Turnpike. No, actually, I was probably north of New York City before it started to rain, because I noticed on the Jersey Turnpike, on all the overpasses, there were fire trucks parked, and there were helicopters hovering. And some of the fire trucks, they had their ladders extended so that they could drape huge American flags down over the turnpike. It's Earth Day. Why? What's the American flag? I don't get it. Is it some other holiday as well? Strange. But every time I see, well, that's whole nother video. I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you again tomorrow.